What's up, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers are in a position right now where they really need to address the starting small forward spot. Offensively, this team is insane. But defensively? Well, there are some genuine concerns. We've seen how strong they can be, but to make a deep run in the playoffs, they need to get better in certain areas. It would be nice if the Lakers could get that perfect fit in the starting three. Right now, they got RUI HACHIMURA filling that role, but let's be honest. RUI is more of a power forward masquerading as a small forward. He's done some good things defensively, but when it comes down to it, he just isn't the right guy for that position in the way the Lakers need. In a perfect world, the Lakers would land a true 3-and-D guy, someone who has the defensive chops to guard multiple positions and also contribute offensively. That's the ultimate sweet spot, and this is exactly why a player like Andrew Wiggins makes so much sense for the Lakers. Wiggins has the size, the strength, the physicality. He can knock down three-pointers, and his defense is versatile enough to guard 1 through 4. Depending on the matchup, he could be exactly what the Lakers need as that perimeter defender who can lock down the other team's best player and still contribute offensively. He's a proven winner after all, being a key player on those Warriors championship teams. The problem, though, is that the Miami Heat are asking for a ridiculous amount in exchange for Wiggins. They're reportedly asking for RUI HACHIMURA, rookie Dalton Knecht, and the Lakers' first-round pick. That's way too much for a player like Wiggins. I'm a firm believer that overpaying in a trade is sometimes necessary if it makes sense. For example, the Lakers overpaid for Mark Williams made sense. Sure, a lot of people said it was too much, but in reality, the Lakers needed a center, and that trade could have brought in their future franchise center. It was a gamble worth taking. But when it comes to Andrew Wiggins, I just don't think that overpay would make sense. The Lakers would get some value, but it wouldn't be enough to justify such a steep price. So what else can the Lakers do? Who else might they consider adding to that small forward spot? Well, there's another player out there that the Lakers should seriously consider picking up the phone and calling about, and that's Miles Bridges from the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte is in a position where they have a young core that they're developing, and eventually they're going to have to free up some spots, particularly at the 3 position. Now, I'm not saying the Hornets need to make this move right now, but Miles Bridges checks all the boxes for the Lakers. He's a much better defender than RUI HACHIMURA, and that was the case even on a Charlotte team that was one of the worst defensive squads in the league last year. On top of that, he can score. Bridges averaged 20 points per game last season, and he's a career 34% shooter from beyond the arc. Not the best three-point shooter in the world, but he's had seasons where he shot 40% from deep, which is a solid percentage for someone playing on a bad team. Bridges also has great size for the position and would provide the Lakers with exactly what they need in terms of defense, scoring, and versatility. Plus, Bridges is younger than Wiggins, making him a better long-term option. He's only 27 years old, so he fits better into the Lakers' plans as they aim to preserve cap space for 2027. And just like Wiggins, he has the length and versatility to guard multiple positions, which would be a massive upgrade on defense for Los Angeles. Another reason Bridges might be the better fit is that he would be an immediate upgrade for the Lakers on both ends of the floor, and he's someone they could have around for the long haul. Wiggins has been in the league for a while now and has a lot of playoff experience, but Bridges has that same scoring ability and can certainly step up in big moments. He's had his fair share of big nights, including 40-point games, and he's shown that he can be a dynamic scorer. So, in terms of pure talent, Miles Bridges gives you everything you need from the 3 spot and is still in the prime of his career. Now, if it came down to a choice between Andrew Wiggins and Miles Bridges, and the price is something like giving up Dalton Knecht, RUI HACHIMURA, and a first-round pick, I think I'd prefer Miles Bridges. Why? Well, Bridges offers more years of control, which is something the Lakers can benefit from as they look to the future. Wiggins is a great player, but he's a little older, and his contract may not be as friendly as Bridges. And while Wiggins has the championship pedigree, I think Bridges can do all the same things. Plus, he fits into the Lakers' future plans a little better. He's younger, he's on a cheaper contract, and he has the same potential to be that reliable two-way player that the Lakers need. That's a huge win for Los Angeles in the long term. On top of that, Bridges is under contract for $25 million this season, which is a bit cheaper than Wiggins' deal. This would free up a little more money for the Lakers and help them keep some financial flexibility moving forward. The Lakers would still need to send out players like RUI HACHIMURA, Dalton Connect, and possibly even Gabe Vincent to make the trade work. But the benefit here is that they would clear up 2 roster spots and have a bit more cap space to play with. This could be the difference between adding a piece like Bradley Beal or even a player like Nikola Vucevic if he ends up getting bought out by Chicago. The Lakers could really strengthen their roster in other ways with that extra flexibility. Looking at Charlotte, they could very well be open to trading Miles Bridges. Their roster is packed with young talent, and it's only going to get harder to fit everyone in. They just drafted Brandon Miller, who plays the same position as Bridges, and they've got other players coming up in the ranks as well. It might make sense for the Hornets to move on from Bridges and get some valuable assets in return. If the Lakers can offer up Dalton Connect and a first-round pick, that might be a deal that Charlotte is willing to entertain. Even if the Lakers need to get creative and involve a third team to facilitate the trade, it could be well worth it. If I were running things for the Lakers, I'd definitely be picking up the phone and starting a conversation with the Hornets. At the very least, it's worth exploring whether a trade for Miles Bridges could be made. Maybe Charlotte is willing to deal him for a bit less, and the Lakers could pull off a deal that wouldn't cost them too much. Either way, I think it's a deal that makes sense for the Lakers, especially when you consider that Bridges fits so well with what they're trying to do both now and in the future. And it's not like the Lakers are the only team that could be looking at Bridges. There are other teams out there that could benefit from adding him, but if the Lakers can get him, it will be a huge win. Miles Bridges gives you defense, scoring, and youth. He's exactly the type of player the Lakers need. They just need to figure out how to get it done. If Charlotte is open to moving him, the Lakers should be on the phone right now to try and make that trade happen. If you're looking at the big picture, Miles Bridges makes more sense for the Lakers, not just because of what he brings in the short term, but also what he can offer in the future. The Lakers are in win now mode, but they're also thinking long term. And adding a player like Bridges could help solidify their future while still addressing current needs. Sure, you're going to have to make some sacrifices to get him, but it could be worth it when you consider the kind of player he could become. The Lakers don't have many assets they're willing to part with, but if they can leverage a combination of RUI HACHIMURA, Dalton Connect, and a future first-round pick, they could land a legitimate starting small forward for the next few years. The key here is that Miles Bridges can provide an immediate upgrade over what the Lakers currently have. If you're the Lakers, you have to look at this as a potential win-win scenario. Bridges can give you scoring on the perimeter defense and versatility to guard multiple positions. Not to mention, he's young enough to be part of the team's core for the next few seasons, making him a great long-term investment. It's not just about filling a hole in the starting lineup. It's about finding someone who can grow with the team, contribute now, and help the Lakers remain competitive in the years to come. Another important factor to consider is how the Lakers are structured financially. They're clearly trying to preserve cap space for 2027 when they could look to bring in another star player. By acquiring someone like Miles Bridges, who will be a free agent in 2027, the Lakers could keep their options open while still improving their roster. Bridges' contract is manageable, and he fits the timeline of the team's other key pieces. This flexibility is crucial for the Lakers as they plan for both the present and the future. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. There's a growing buzz in the NBA circles that the Los Angeles Lakers might be orchestrating a significant trade with the Utah Jazz, potentially shaking up the roster dynamics for both teams. Rumor has it that the Lakers are eyeing LAURI, the versatile power forward who has shown flashes of brilliance in Utah, and are willing to part ways with RUI HACHIMURA to make this happen. While nothing is official yet, whispers around the league suggest that talks are heating up and both franchises are seriously exploring this swap. LAURI, known for his scoring ability and stretch four capabilities, could be a valuable addition to the Lakers lineup. His shooting range and size would complement the Lakers' core, providing them with more offensive firepower and spacing on the court. Markkanen's time with the Jazz has seen him develop into a reliable scorer. and his presence might give the Lakers a new dimension in their front court, something they've been seeking for a while. On the other side, Rui Hachimura has shown potential as a dynamic forward with a growing offensive game. The Jazz might see Hachimura as a younger asset with upside, someone who can fit into their rebuilding plans or rotation adjustments. The Lakers trading Hachimura, who has been a promising piece but somewhat inconsistent, could signal a strategic shift as they aim to retool their roster and chase a championship run. The trade talks, while still in the rumor stage, have sparked discussions among fans and analysts alike. Could the Lakers be positioning themselves for a stronger playoff push by adding Markkanen's scoring punch? And would the Jazz benefit from acquiring Hachimura's versatility and potential in return? Both teams are at crossroads, and such a swap might be exactly what they need to change their trajectories. As the NBA trade deadline approaches, keep an ear to the ground. This Lakers-Jazz deal could be the headline everyone's talking about soon, but for now, it remains a tantalizing possibility that could reshape the futures of both franchises. Will the Lakers finally land that missing piece in Markkanen, or will this rumor fizzle out? Only time will tell, but the NBA rumor mill is definitely alive and kicking with this one. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.